Cody, wake up! What? Toy Story 4 came out.
Yeah!
What's going on, guys? Ryan and Cody O'Toole back here again, giving you guys a highly anticipated movie review for Pixar's newest sequel, the fourth in this franchise, Toy Story 4. Directed by Josh Cooley, starring Tom Hanks as Woody, Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear, and the same crew. Bo Peep is added in there, Keanu Reeves, Key and Peele, Forky, and so many others.
Before we talk about Toy Story 4, guys, we want to get this out there. This is going to be spoiler free. This is a new summer blockbuster. You guys are safe here. No spoilers will be in this review.
If you guys are new here, please consider clicking that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. After Andy drops off all of the toys to Bonnie, the little girl, because Andy's going to college, Woody, Buzz, and the whole gang are now with Bonnie. And Bonnie is experiencing her first day in kindergarten, and she's really nervous, and she decides to make a new toy and name it Forky.
Bonnie loves Forky and adores it to death, and eventually it just leads to the family going on a summer road trip to the carnival. And along the way, the toys obviously come along, and we eventually come across Bo Peep, who we haven't seen in such a long time.
This man sitting right next to me, this was his most anticipated film of the year. And for me in particular, I was not fully excited when I first found out that this movie was coming out, because I'm a diehard Toy Story fan. I thought Toy Story 3 was the perfect ending in that there was no need to make another one. And when I found out they were making another one, I was like, really, Pixar? But then I saw a couple of the trailers and I'm like, okay, it looks cute.
And the funny thing is, I had the same thoughts as you. I love the ending of Toy Story 3. However, when Pixar decides to make a movie, I'm really not disappointed with it. They have earned my trust. They've earned my respect. And when the announcement of Toy Story 4 came about, I was all on board right away. I love this franchise. I grew up with it. And if they have to tell more with this story, especially how Toy Story 3 ended, it's got to be something good, right?
And Cody and I are happy to report to all of you that Toy Story 4 was worth the wait and was definitely needed. This movie was really good. I really love this movie. It did everything the other Toy Story movies do really well, and it also feels like its own movie. Like, it doesn't feel like it's recycling the other movies. It doesn't feel like it's trying to copy the formula. It does its own thing.
Warm-hearted, it felt funny, and overall I just left with happiness from beginning to end.
I think the best thing about Toy Story 4 is the new characters that get introduced.
Oh my goodness, yes.
The new characters in this movie, all of them are fantastic. Especially, like in my predictions video that I made in Toy Story 4, Forky, for me, was the standout new character in this movie.
When you first get introduced to Forky, you really don't know what to expect, because technically he's not a toy, but it's made by Bonnie, which makes it a toy, and she loves it to death, and you instantly fall in love with this new character. The character's hilarious. The character has, reasons and motivations as to why he is what he is.
Yeah, it's also kind of a risk, because he's just a spork. He's a fork.
Yeah.
But Pixar makes it work. This character's freaking hilarious. Ducky and Bunny, voiced by Key and Peele themselves.
By far, the standouts for me,
The
personally.
standout comedic characters. Key and Peele, Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele, they have such great chemistry together, and they are freaking hilarious in this movie.
I can totally see why Pixar decided to choose them. Their relationship is perfect, and their humor is on point. And when they came in at the movie at that time, it was needed at that time.
It was needed.
Perfect and spot on.
And then we got Canada's greatest stuntman of all time, Duke Kaboom, voiced by Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Keanu Reeves was perfect casting as Duke Kaboom. So funny, such a great personality. He's this stuntman who gets injured all the time when he completes a stunt.
Yeah.
And Keanu Reeves made the character work with his charisma and his humor. Bo Peep was so much developed in this film. And as I talked about in the other Toy Story movies, I felt like Bo Peep was a character that wasn't dived into in the first two movies. In the third one, we find out she goes to a different owner, which you'll find out in Toy Story 4. But I thought Bo Peep was a great main character in this movie once she gets introduced. There's a great scene with her and Woody that happens in the past, which was great.
She has this own sense of independence, and she's not afraid to be on her own. And there's a lot of decisions that you're surprised by when you find out as to what happened to Bo Peep.
This movie does really stand on its own compared to the other three movies. This feels like a different kind of adventure, and it's focusing on Bonnie's story now.
I think we both can agree, it being 2019, the animation is absolutely breathtaking. I think this is the best looking Toy Story movie we've seen to date. All of the different colors they decided to go with, the scenes in the carnival and the antique shop that you see in the trailer, just all of the colors fit. And it just is so mesmerizing to look at. And there's a lot of sunset scenes in this movie. Looks fantastic.
We've heard Tom Hanks and Tim Allen making tweets saying that they were struggling to get through the last scenes of the movie. I was feeling the feels, and I totally get why they were struggling to get through the last scenes of this movie.
Yes, because everyone's going to look at Toy Story 3 and look how amazing and emotional that ending was, and oh, it's going to be so hard to top in this movie. I think most people will walk out of this movie feeling satisfied. We definitely were. Most people in our theater were. I heard a couple of, tears being soaked up from a couple of people, but it just feels necessary. It doesn't feel forced. The ending is satisfying yet emotional. On our car ride home, we talked a lot about one thing, and that was Buzz in this movie.
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear is kind of sidelined, I guess you could say, in this movie.
Yeah, you could kind of say that. There's some new things with Buzz, some new futures he does in the movie that were kind of questionable to the character.
Yeah.
That he didn't even use in the previous movies.
Yeah.
You'll see when you watch the movie, but it felt kind of off to me and not Buzz Lightyear, what he would do. The original characters in this movie were kind of on the bench compared to the new characters' storylines. And that's not a bad thing. I wanted to see more from the original characters, like Jessie and Bullseye do some more stuff. I was really satisfied with Toy Story 4. I think it's a really great emotional movie and a funny movie.
If you go into this movie and think it's going to be unnecessary and just not needed, you're not going to enjoy it. Go in there with the love and passion you have for the Toy Story movies, and I believe you will walk out satisfied. It's Toy Story, guys. At the end of the day, it holds a special place in all of our hearts.
On my rating scale, I'm going to give Toy Story 4 a 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is a really great movie. Few little issues, not perfect, but I was satisfied.
Ryan took my rating. I am also going to give Toy Story 4 a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It being my most anticipated movie of the year. Highly, highly satisfied with this one, and I can't wait to watch it 30,000 more times.
There you have it, guys. That was our review for Toy Story 4. Guys, what do you think of Toy Story 4? Let us know down below in the comment section. Do you love it, think it's okay, or do you absolutely hate it?
Also, be sure to look out for Ryan's upcoming ranking for all 4 Toy Story movies, ranked worst to best. I'm curious to see how that list is going to turn out, and I hope you guys are too.
Thank you guys so much for watching this review. All my social media links are in the description down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!